Kids asleep, sharks awake. Trade daddies on the mic. Let's work. Let's work. Wrench your hand by daylight, grease on the sleeves. Nightfall, switch lanes, candles in degrees. Blue collar mornings, markets after dark. Teaching wealth in the shadows, lighting up the charts. From the shop to the screens, breaking cycles, no cap. Turn patience into profit, show the roadmap. Education first, yeah, the mission stay clean. Built on discipline, modern Canadian dream.
Daddy time, late night grind. Shots glow while the world unwinds. Trade daddies, yeah, we break it down. From higher highs to support and bounce.
OG in the game, seen bubbles and pain. Hands wrapped tight, both gloves and gains. From the ring to the feeds, pressure don't shake. Market swings heavy, steady moves get made. W3 BC built, yeah, the vision clear. Teach and entertain, make the lesson hit here. Punchlines land like a clean left hook. Market speak when a trader looks. After bedtime, headphones on, screens glow bright. Risk defined, patient tested every night. No hype trades, only structure and plans. Read the flow, understand supply and demand. Not promises made, just skills passed down. So the next generation build solid ground. From dads to traders, lessons stay true. Knowledge is power, now pass it through.
Who runs the charge?
Trade daddies,
Who breaks it down?
trade daddies.
Risk, reward, discipline.
Let's get it.
Who runs the charge?
Trade daddies,
Trade daddy. Who breaks it down?
trade daddies.
Trade daddy. Risk, reward, discipline.
Let's get it.
Daddy time, late night grind. Real talk for the trading mind. Trade daddies after dark. Read the market, play it smart.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Trade Daddies. We're back for episode 3. 4-year cycle. Is it dead?
Did it get dark all? Did my camera get like terrible all of a sudden?
You were like Batman in the Batcave over here. You did. It looks like a light bulb burnt out or something. He's in the corner. But yeah, man, welcome back. I hope your week has been good while you figure out your lighting situation.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna go over the 4-year cycle. The theory, is it dead? I don't think so.
I think so.
I'll show you. I love this. We're gonna have 2 different opinions here. I love that. Just put on your chin. We'll do the fucking Blair Witch Project over here.
Is the 4-year cycle dead or alive?
I love that. Oh man, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
We're on the
Man
road.
just came off a plane. How was the plane ride? What's a plane ride over from Georgia to
from Atlanta to Chicago is easy. It was like 2 hours. Like, I don't feel like 2 hours. It was pretty quick. Maybe even a little bit less than that, to be honest with you. I think we had taken off a little late. We were a little delayed, but they made some time up in the air, my brother. Like, yeah, we were cooking.
How's winter there? So you're getting snow probably over there now, right?
No, thank God, not right now. Thank goodness.
Oh, there's no snow on the ground?
No.
Wow.
There was, and I think it melted. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they had some rain or some decent weather, maybe a couple days, like in the 50 degrees, and so the stuff melted here. Now, that's not like, we never talked about, Carrie up in Canada's been, and you guys have been probably getting pounded too, right?
We're not as bad as Barrie. We had our big storm, which everybody had in Canada. We still have a lot of snow here. Like it's crazy. Like I pull out of so I have like an alley where like the garages face each other. So it's kind of like just everybody coming out of the garage. When I pull onto the street, I can't even see over the mountain of snow to see the car coming. I gotta like position myself before like to kind of see. It's mayhem. It's just like turn and pray.
Oh, that's no good. I know that also the Northeast here. Man, was it earlier this week? They got like 20 inches of snow in like New York, and like
I looked at the next couple of weeks here, and we're like supposed to get like 30 centimeters of snow, which is probably like, I don't know, like 20, like 10, 15 inches or something like that, maybe less, a little bit less than 15 inches.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so we're
Oh,
gonna get rid
that's
of it.
why.
Was it the camera or the
Yeah.
oh,
You know,
wrong camera.
I'm like, wait a second, dude. Like that looks terrible. Like
Was
that
that
looks horrible.
was that like the laptop camera or something?
The shitty Mac top. Yeah. No, I brought my good camera with me.
I was gonna say you look good now. Look at that.
You know, it's weird. Before, if I'm not mistaken, in like the pre-show, it was this one. So that's like when we went live. I'm like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, that is interesting. I see we got a beer. I got a No Boats on Sunday original hopped cider. I love me some apple ciders. I don't know how you feel about apple ciders.
I love ciders, dude. I should probably be drinking more of them because they're gluten free. It's like,
Hello.
everybody's making fun of me online. Look, I got some Miller Lights here. My mom picked me up some. Look, I can't do the IPAs and the pale ales anymore because it gives me heartburn. And so a nice, easy Pilsner, I love it. And so I drank some Miller Lights I put a little picture up on Twitter when we were at the airport. My wife and I had a couple Miller Lights while our daughter had some lemonade and some tater tots. And I said, airport beers before we go. Cheers, all that stuff. And I got a bunch of comments. So people said, where are the beers?
Asshole.
Yeah, right, I get it. But all that being said, I would probably be very, very easily swayed into switching over to. I love ciders, cold, crispy, delicious. They're gluten free.
It reminds me of summer.
You never feel full too.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's like adult apple juice, right?
Yes, it is.
All I need is a swirly straw, and we're good.
Sippy lid and a swirly straw.
Do you remember those straws you're like drinking? You watch. Not gonna lie, if I could find them, I'd probably get one for myself.
Oh, I bet you can get them on Amazon for sure.
Oh my god, what can't you get on Amazon? My goodness. All right, let's pop into the charts. Let me move in here and share my screen. There we go. All right. 4-year cycle is dead. But first, let's do our midweek market update and see what the fuck is going on with these markets. My overall long-term view still really hasn't changed. Today was a nice day, a nice little pump up. But if you're making a bear flag, we have to pump. Oh, I gotta get us on screen here. What the hell? There we are. Hello. What do you think? Look, this one.
Blocky's a grandpa now. Hey, congrats, Blocky.
I think it's better.
Yo.
Yeah, my grandpa, boy. Yo, congratulations, brother.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Grandpa Blocky.
Grandpa Blocky. Yeah, like, you know, I was looking at this yesterday, right? Like, even like I fully expect, and a lot of people fully expect that we're going to continue to go down. There was a little bit of wiggle room in the triangle, in whatever this bearish flag or channel, whatever it is. There was some wiggle room to go up, and obviously a little bit of relief was coming. We knew it. It's not just going to go straight down. I got caught in a fucking short yesterday, like crazy.
Yeah, it's been rough. Honestly, this market has been so hard to trade. Last week I was getting chopped up like left, right, and center. I literally felt like I was like, dude, I fucking suck. I suck at trading. Like, and then this week, you know, I win a couple trades and you feel a little bit better about yourself, but it's, you know, it's about consistency. You just gotta keep going. It's about
consistency, and I will tell you what, Mike, is that there was a few trades that I got into that I didn't win. Where, you know, it was like that. Like, I probably, if I want to be truthful with myself, I've kind of forced the trade that I got into yesterday, that I got caught in, and then it got upside down pretty quick, and we ultimately got out of it before it got real bad. But there was another time where, and I'm building out a Discord. I'm going to be launching it real soon. And I've been putting all of the screenshots of every single one of my trades in there. And I've got a few people in the Discord kind of like checking it just to make sure everything's functional and stuff. But so I put a screenshot of one of them in there, and I was a 200x short, right? And I lost 10%, and I only put it $100 in, so it was $10, right? Like I was trying to catch like a runner, and ultimately it reversed on me. But I was going to risk $100, and ultimately I bailed after losing 10. So like, who gives a shit? But like, If you catch that thing and it goes the right way, like that could be a big winner.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I have a lot of other people that have been trading altcoins and just been getting wrecked because I noticed I was live yesterday on the adoption pod, and I was showing a trade and trying to set up like how I do my risk management, and I couldn't do the same trade on XRP with 1% because the altcoins move so fast that like it's really hard to like set up like a risk managed trade. So I just stick with Bitcoin. What I have noticed though, like just trade Bitcoin with a fuck ton of like a big position size, but you don't need to make that many trades a week. Like I've
Right.
noticed,
You're just trying to get just one little scoop.
yeah, like even on sometimes I'll just trade like say for example I'll make a descending triangle, and I believe it's going to break to the downside. I'll wait for the descending triangle the 1 minute to fall out, and when it starts to break, I'll put it in the trade and just catch the momentum. Even if it's just that one candle, like some depending on how much position size, you can make $100 just off one candle, right? And which I
Right.
have. And you just get in, you get out, and you wait for the momentum. But I also watch my stochastic RSI, my RSI to understand I'm not just YOLOing it. I'm trying to like catch that like I said, I always say the
Momentum.
RSI for me is like a wave. You catch
Right.
the wave like you're surfing and you just ride it until it slows down and then you get out.
All right, man. I like that.
Yeah, I won't be longing anything until the daily RSI closes above the 55 mark. The daily RSI above the 50. Wow, that is a long way up.
He says he sees 39K. Bro, I'm right there with you. Like 38.5 is my number, like 38.5, 38.6. And there's a couple different ways how you see that. I think if you go on the daily for Bitcoin and you do the measured move from this bearish flag that we're in, that 38.
That's a 2-day. The daily chart, yeah. So we kind of broke down. I thought we were bearishly retesting. We're back into the pattern now. So do we make a double bottom? We don't have. I was thinking, bearish divergence, but it's not. We still have, price moves up, RSI moves up. So there's no divergence there. So we just got to see this pattern. This pattern brings you down to 48K. It's not going to go to 39K right away. It'll probably have come down, consolidate for a bit, and then go down. So I'll show you my other chart of where I think it's going to go. But first, let's move down. We'll do our top down for today, and then we'll move into like the longer term thing in that 4-year cycle. So again, this one's still in that that bear flag. If we go to the like the 2-day, or sorry, the 5-day, and we'll go to the 3-day, same idea. Broke down. You can almost say in the 5-day that we broke down. We're bearishly retesting it now, and going to come down. But I will tell you, the stochastic RSI is on the bottom, and the RSI is on the bottom. So we could have
how much lower can it go, kind of a thing right now.
Well, like you're also the MACD starting to lose bearish momentum. Maybe we just come up a little bit and roll over. Maybe we come up to the 200-day moving average and coming down. Like my model is the 21-day crossing the 200. And then we make a flag back to the 21, and then you go up. So if you flip the chart upside down here, it almost looks like my model is about to play out. 21 crossing the 200, price will come up, and then we'll short. Price will short, and then because this chart's upside down, and then it come back to 21 and pop off. So it looks like the model's playing out. But the only thing that's kind of pausing me is that our science stochastic are low. They're oversold. So that could tell me we can still have some upside here still before we eventually roll over.
Right.
And if we look at the
volume, I mean, it's tough with that volume though, right? Because you don't really
so
can you go up with volume?
So right here is the visual range for volume VPVR.
Right.
So we're kind of fighting with this right now. So if we get above 70 here, there's a little bit of a gap before we have a lot of volume again.
What's the volume like going up? I know like volume down, like you're gonna like in between like the big spikes is usually like that's going to be a resting spot. Is it the same thing for going up? Like if there's not a whole lot of volume, just imagine you just breeze right through it.
If I look at just like normal volume, so this is where like a lot of volume has happened before. But if I bring up, see if I can just look up normal volume. I don't really use volume a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, and when I say volume, like I mean the VR,
or the VPVR.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't use normal volume. Volume for me, just like you'll see like a spike and then it'll trickle down until the next spike, the next move. But I don't really watch that too much. But yeah, the VPVR, like you have points of control, and like right now, this is kind of one here maybe with this big range. So we gotta either we lose it or we go above it, and then there's low volume here, so we can make our way up. If we get above 71, then you're looking at like potentially 73, and then you can pretty much get up to 78,000 pretty easily if it
Right.
happens. For your cycle is not dead. What's up? Oh, Doom, what's up, brother? Welcome to the
Oh
show.
shit! What's up, dude? What's up, fam? Man,
So
the
we'll have
4-year cycle is toast. It's fucking toast.
See, I'm gonna break it down why. I can't wait to show you guys. And then we'll back here at the daily, same idea. Like you can kind of even draw it now like this, right? You can even just redraw it a little bit. Yeah, I'm still with it here. Still in the pattern. It's back in the pattern now. So we'll see if we can lose it.
Even when I draw my lines, like you always give a little bit of wiggle room on some of these candles.
Well, if we're going wick to wick here, then it's like this, right? If we're
Yeah.
going wick to wick, it can extend even longer, right? And go like this. And this is like a symmetrical triangle too, which is also not great. They usually break down. So at the very least, this will
Well,
probably
that's
break
what we
down.
want, Mike. We
Oh,
want it.
that's absolutely what I want. And then
We want
that
cheap
brings you to
Bitcoin.
53.
Don't get us wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Which, by the way, smash the like button. No matter where you're watching this video right now, we do appreciate it because you'd be doing anything, but you are hanging out with us. But come on now.
Yeah, I don't look at the R. Yes, I like that anymore. It's oversold or overbuy. Look at yeah. The way I look at RSI and stochastic, they're just oscillators. The price will go up and down. It'll oscillate. Price can move sideways. And like, for example, you can have the RSI and stochastic go down just by having sideways price action. And then same thing, with price action moving up, you can go up slowly and have it go up. So like, I look at it as just oscillators. Price will always oscillate up or down, up and down all the time, depending on, the RSI. But I really, again, especially for the small time frames, I trade those to find small little moves up and down.
Mhm.
In my opinion, the 4-year cycle is playing out perfectly. So me and you have exactly the same opinion, Blocky. I'm totally with you on that.
Wait, are you guys thinking about institutions? Are you thinking about how this is becoming way bigger than the movement that it was set out to be? And I know that the argument is always the miners, but I mean, the institutions are taking that over too. I mean, you look at American BTC. I mean, you look their long-term vision. They don't give a shit that profitability is like out the window. Like they don't care. They're looking for hash rate to be in America. They're looking for different things, different metrics.
And you're absolutely right in that, but I just think the timing of it is a little off. I think everyone sees institutions and gets really excited, and they should be because it's a really good thing for crypto and adoption. But I just think people don't realize how long it takes institutions to actually adopt new things, right? Like you got to think a lot of these institutions are run by very old CEOs and people, the companies, and or they have a board of directors. To be able to do something new, it's got to go through a lot of bureaucracy before you can even implement it.
Look what Bucket just said. Bucket dropped a chat on X. Unpopular opinion. Everything you knew about crypto cycles means nothing now. Not your knowledge of the product, but the cycles are done. Governments are involved now, and that changes everything. That's what I'm saying. It's a different fucking game now. You know what I mean?
It does,
like
it does
this might
change
be the
everything.
last. This might be like this is the transitionary phase. Might be the last cycle, like where we go through, the measured moves of peaks and valleys, that kind of stuff. But I firmly believe that, like in my heart of hearts, that we are larger than what Satoshi's vision had ever intended of this becoming, especially in such a breakneck speed. I just feel like the game's different now.
I'm starting to play with the idea that this bear market could be much shorter than we anticipate. So I'm more like I'll go through it, but like I'm gonna show you guys something that my idea of what could happen. Not that it's gonna happen, but what could happen and what's happened in the past. 4 hour, same idea. Again, it's the same move, just accelerated. Do we keep going up and oscillating in this channel until the 200-day moving average starts to come down? Then we finally get rejected by it and then dump down. Absolutely could happen. And the 4 hour chart is really high up here, so it could start. It's already starting to curve down. So I'll have to wait for that to play out. We had a nice pump today. We did really, really, really good today. This is the 1 hour, so we had a nice pump, nice recovery here. We took the hour 200-day moving average, and this is the model, by the way, guys. If you guys want to look for a long, this is the model I usually play. Low stochastic, 200-day crossed. The 21 crossed the 200. We made a flag back, or we made a price action came back to the 21. This should pump. So the idea is that, we take the measured move here, and if this pumps out of here, you're looking at 71,000. Low stochastic, RSI. It was overheated, it came down, could curl back up again, but you've made a little bit of like a falling wedge here. So we've come back to 21, and more often than not, it pumps. Mind you, we did pump all day, so this could just fail. But above the 200-day moving average on the 1 hour is pretty good. So and I'm looking.
That looks really bullish. Do you have this reversed?
No, I don't. I flipped it back.
That looks really bullish. Hey, Blocky, I agree with you. Kiss crypto goodbye. Like, we lost. Retail lost the battle. Like, we got pushed out. We are just participants in the game now. We don't run the show anymore. We fucked up. We let it.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think retail is gone because in traditional finance, you can't even get involved stuff unless you're a accredited investor. You can still buy crypto.
I mean, that's a good point.
No one's stopping you from participating. You can still buy a miner and mine Bitcoin and be a part of the network.
That's true.
So you're not totally out of it.
No, I think they got wrecked. They got scared. They've got disinterested, whatever it may be. They got scammed, whatever it is that turned them away from it. Most people are not going to come back to crypto. And this is my opinion. And this is where I think where we're headed, right? Is that, again, retail lost, like we're gone. Retail got smoked out. And there's a handful of us that are still here, obviously. But they're not going to come back. The mainstream people are not coming back until there's regulations and frameworks and groundwork and all that stuff, right? And I thought it was going to be coming along a little bit faster than it's going to be. I would hopeful, this was maybe last year. I thought that would be maybe sometime in the tail of 2026, 2027. But I feel like when I think about it, and I go to the Ondo thing, and we learn about where institutions are, Mike, I just can't help but think you and I have been talking about 2030 in gaming, in crypto, and all sorts of different facets of blockchain. I just feel like that's going to be the year between
you have so many technologies converging at the same time. You got AI. And I've been listening a lot to Jordy Visser recently, and he's been talking about you got AI and AI swarms, which is going to cause a lot more hacking attempts. Imagine you have one hacker, how long it takes to try to hack a wallet. Now you got he said the average AI agent's IQ is 140, and you can have thousands or hundreds of thousands of AI agents working for you 24/7 nonstop trying to hack accounts, right? So hacking and cybersecurity are going to have a tough time with this now. This is where the blockchain comes in now, because now we need blockchain technology because it has way more security for payment rails than your traditional stuff. So this is where I think the AI agents and payment networks become crypto based, either it be Bitcoin stable, most likely stable coins. I still see stable coins as a medium of exchange. I still see Bitcoin as a store of value. I still see altcoins as equities. I'm not going to go sell Tesla stock to go buy an Apple, right? If anything, I'd probably borrow against my Tesla stock, go buy that Apple, right? I want cash. So as a medium of exchange, I probably won't be using crypto. That's kind of where stable coins comes in.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the show Lost? Did you ever watch Lost?
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah. You remember the bunker and was it Project Dharma or whatever it was?
Was it Dharma or DARPA? I can't remember.
Whatever it was, right? What if at the end of the day, crypto is just that? Crypto is just some experiment, and in a couple of years, someone says, "Fuck it, this is not going how it was supposed to." Yeah. Turn the switch off, and it's just gone. Do you think we're too far? Are we too far embedded into finance at this point, or do you think it could be evaporated at any point and nobody would miss it?
I think I do agree with Jordy Visser's opinion, where I think right now Bitcoin's kind of acting like a software stock, and hardware is what's going up. That's why you've seen a rise in gold, silver, and
For sure.
commodities and stuff like that. And look at Microsoft. Microsoft tanked because software is just not doing well right now. But I think we're going to have a divergence in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's not going to trade like a software stock soon after this. Because right now it's the AI build out. When the AI build out kind of slows down and everybody's already got all the raw materials and stuff like that, you'll probably start to see Bitcoin come out. And again, that's 2027 in my opinion. You're going to start to see it happen again. 2027. 2027 is going to be the year of the humanoid robot. Tesla's Optimus robots are going to be coming out on full force in
When we have
2027.
like a Jane, or not Jane Jetson, Rosie, or what was the robot's name?
In Jetsons, I think it was Rosie. But yeah, you're gonna have humanoid robots, like, just, they call them dark factories, where it's just factories run by robots building stuff nonstop, right?
Jesus.
So, and
Sounds
again,
like something out of a science fiction novel.
they already have that in China. They already have dark factories in China. There's like the CEO of Ford went over to China and he came back and he's like, "We're fucked. We're China's gonna destroy us. Like, we have no hope here, like, unless we start building." So I
Like they're
think Elon.
so far advanced.
I think Elon has already like seen that, like forecasted it, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. Like, he stopped. They just discontinued the Model S and the Model X,
No more
because they
X.
want, gone. So they're using that the part of the facility to build the Optimus robots. So they're not making the S and the X anymore, which kind of sucks because I really wanted, like, that. That was the car I really want, is the X.
Yeah,
But
with the wing, with the
I just
doors.
can't fit in my garage. Yeah, like, come on, like, how cool is it? Hey, my door's open like this. Like, that's
You know what?
literally
They're
the only
probably
reason
gonna
why I want to buy it.
Do you think they'll be cheaper now, or do you think they'll be more expensive?
I think cheaper because cars technically, typically reduce in value over
It's
time,
not
right?
an
So,
appreciating asset typically. You're right.
Mhm. But they have, by law, I believe you have to make parts for 10 years. When you make a vehicle, you have to have support for it. So there'll always be parts because there's so many on the road. So the good thing is, like, if there's less parts from Tesla, there'll probably be a lot of third party aftermarket parts will be a little bit cheaper for people to buy. But yeah, back to Bitcoin. Yeah, I think we could have a nice pump up on here on the 1 hour. I'm going to show you what I was talking about on the 15-minute. So when I was on, I was looking at the strategy, and again, you guys can chat, tell me if you've heard of this. So the idea is to find, when the market opens at 9:30 for New York, you find the first 15-minute candle that closes. So today, what's today? Today is the 25th. So we'll look at 9:30 right here. Okay, there's this candle here. So we had this candle right here at 9:30. So I'm going to put a line at the top and a line at the bottom of the candle. So if I'm long, the idea is to wait for a break of the top of this candle and a close above it. So we came up, we came all the way up to here, we retested it, and the entry would be like here, and stop loss probably somewhere in the middle of this candle here. And if you got that trade today, it fucking ripped. Like, up to the 70,000 basically today.
Okay, so say this one more time. So you find the first 15-minute candle, and you put bookends on it, top and
Yeah,
bottom.
so you wait for the candle to close.
Okay.
And then you put lines on the top and on the bottom of it, right? So the full range. And that's your range here. And the idea is you wait, if you're bullish, you wait for it to go up and then come down and retest it. And that shows if the bulls are in control. And then this candle, like this continued down. So this candle went down, went all the way up here, came down, continued going down, and then went back up.
So that retest right there, that's when you get in.
You could have even gotten in on this green candle here because it was a full candle close above the break. Right. And then you get in this candle with your stop loss below this candle. And then you ride that thing up like literally all day today. We went up. So I didn't trade it today. I'm observing this. I'm gonna observe it for probably like the next couple days to see how accurate it is. But like, man, I wish I traded it today.
It would have
What's up,
crushed.
brothers? By the way, I love my IPAs. Yo,
I
Bunju.
I used to love IPAs, man. They give me heartburn now. I'm just
That's
like
crazy.
I'm an old geezer.
Mhm.
Life's not fair. Stay
Dude,
young.
I love spicy food, but like my body just says
Love it.
no,
Love
no.
it. I will,
Especially jerk
dude.
chicken.
So good.
I actually had some jerk chicken last week. I was thank goodness I didn't have any heartburn because it would have been a rough night if I did. But us old dads over here just complaining
Hey,
about
daddies.
heartburns.
Talking about
Fuck, I'm gonna
heartburn.
buy some. This Tums a public company. Can I buy some stock in Tums?
Oh, I'll tell you, Tums, the smoothie brand of the Tums are so good.
All right, let me look at this.
Okay, so I want to
Bird.
just make sure I got this right.
Oh, sorry. Let me go
And it
back.
could be, and it's whatever your bias is based on what you think the activity of the day is, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is like the trading range. Again, I don't know. I'm just trying the strategy. I just kind of saw it.
Mhm.
I'm playing around with it. I don't know. I can't speak to its accuracy, but today it played out really well. I'm curious to see how it does throughout, the next couple days. Like tomorrow's going to be Thursday. Thursday, Fridays are like not the nicest day to trade. I find the best days to trade are Monday to Wednesday, the New York time frame
I just watched
between.
Sam's stream. I was watching Sam's stream on Monday. He said he doesn't trade on Mondays. I thought
He
that
trades
seems
on
cool.
Mondays, but at night. Like he
At
doesn't
night
like
on Monday.
Monday.
He will not trade in the morning on Monday. That's
So we call it false move Monday on the live there because whatever happens on Sunday it kind of screws you around on Monday. So like Monday night is usually good, and that's exactly when I made like $300 yesterday trading. I didn't even realize it. The volatility that I was trading was because of the State of the Union yesterday.
dude. I didn't even know that was going on, and then someone said it was just
Same.
like Trump is pumping Bitcoin. I was like, wait, what's happening? Like, oh shit,
Maximus,
that's
what's
right.
going on, brother? Shout out to my arena chat. What's going on, homies?
What's
Yeah,
up,
I had
Arena
no
Chat?
idea what's going on. I had no idea
Okay.
the State of the Union is going on, but that's why like it was weird that usually at night the candles move really slow, but it was kind of nice yesterday catching a little bit of momentum. Although I love my spicy food as well, but I take acid reducers so I can yeah, for real. I used to do the same thing. You know what helps me a lot with my heartburn, to be honest? Like I lost a little bit of weight, and I've noticed that it doesn't come on as often. Mind you, I do stay away from certain foods I know that trigger me, like salami, guaranteed heartburn 100% every time.
That's a shame. Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's a shame.
I know. I love it. So I stay away from that. Um, I used to have problems with tomato sauce, but since I
Oh
started making my own homemade tomato sauce, no problem.
yeah, dude. But I did that the other day, and I even put like because I learned this from my grandmother is that you got to put like a teaspoon of sugar in there that cuts the acidity so that you don't get the heartburn. Dog, I did that, and I woke up at like I don't know, man, 2 in the morning. I thought I was dying, dying.
Yeah. It's brutal, man. I use even like Domino's or not Domino's, Pizza Nova, guaranteed heartburn like instantaneously. So I stay away from that. I started making my own since I started making like homemade recipes and stopped buying all this like grocery store stuff with a million chemicals in it. I've been having no problems whatsoever.
Oh yeah. So I got
So
to figure out where this is. I see Bunju said that BTC gap fill and then drop
I
again.
think
But
that's
where
80K if I'm not mistaken.
I don't
What is the
I don't see
CME? It's CM. What is the chart for CME?
it's BTC one exclamation point.
Ah,
I'm
yes,
looking
thank
at
you.
it on the daily. Do I have to have it on the weekly or the daily?
Wait, BTC1? No, it's exclamation.
BTC one, huh?
Isn't it exclamation or something like that? CME. There it is.
BTC one exclamation point.
Yeah, I
For
got it.
Bitcoin CME futures.
Let's take a look. CME gap, 69K.
Oh, fam. There's no way I could give up Pizza Friday. Even if I had to live on Tums for the entire day and night, I would do it. I can't give up Pizza Friday. I'm with you.
So daily, yeah, I think it's 80K. The gap is from 79,745 to 81 150.
Where is it
Yeah,
at?
I could see it. Look at this BTC1 exclamation mark on the daily.
Yeah, I am. I don't see any gaps.
It should be from 80,
Do you have it pulled
81,
up?
7. Yeah, you see it here? It's
Yeah.
right here. So your gap would be right here. So yeah, 80K. I heard, actually, I did hear that today. And you know what? I could definitely see that happening.
Oh,
Like
you know why? I got Heikenashi's on. That's why.
okay. Yeah, I could see something like this, which kind of makes sense right now, like this. Like just kind of work our way up towards it and then dump down.
Yeah, okay, I see it now. Yeah, I had Heikenashi's on. That's why I was being a bozo.
It could take some time. Um, I still, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens to Bitcoin on the monthly, because we need the monthly to flip bullish here, because I think we had another, yeah, we had another nasty candle on the monthly. So we got to see if
Looks like a
March.
double bottom right there, to be honest with you.
What you would like to see is a tweezer bottom. So you want, on the monthly, you'd like to see March turn green and do like a tweezer bottom or a bullish engulfing candle and come up. So if we can get that, excuse me, you can get a long on the monthly if you wanted, and just start below this candle here and write it up. But I'm not sure if I want to do, because a monthly trade right now. Honestly, I just been scalping. I haven't been doing long
Same.
term trades, because I feel like there's been a lot of like pump and dumps and like a lot of chop.
I just, like, here's the thing, and I feel like you definitely feel the same way as me about this, with taking the profit off the table, taking the money off the table. Let's live to fight another trade, all that stuff. And like, I've had too much PTSD where I'll stay in a trade too long and the market reverses on you, and you could be up $400 or $500, and all of a sudden you're down 300. You're like, what the fuck? Like, it just happens. You just like, and if you look at the charts, man, we have just been, I think, even during the pump, like, we would pump and then give it all back, pump and then give it all back. Like, we've just been doing that for so long, where it's just like, yeah, if you were to stay in a trade for a week, you might, make a lot more, but you could also get totally liquidated, or you've got the pressure, or you got the liquidation sweats or whatever. Whereas, like, man, you get in a trade, you plot it out, you get in a trade, you go up, you get out.
Yeah, there's no like definite direction that the market wants to go. So when it finally figures out where the hell it wants to go, that's where you can get in a little bit of a longer trade. Um, you're just taking stabs at it. Like, you want to trade the daily, you can take stabs at it if you believe it's going to do that short. Like we had, for example, we have that short on the daily. If you wanted to play the daily, you can put your pattern in here, and you can play around with it, right? You put it in symmetrical triangle, dump, and you can get in here and then short it down. Like, so this would have been a good pump to short, right? If you're bearish, but you're risking getting stopped out, right? Like, I like to go with the flow, I guess. You know what I mean? As the market moves, instead of like thinking, oh, it's gonna go do this, it's gonna do this, I'm just gonna plot it out, and when it happens, I just react to it and just get a trade in and just go with the market, swim with the whales, as they say. Yeah, so let's get into the 4-year cycle and kind of like my long-term thing on what I'm thinking. Where can we see bottoms? Where can we see tops? What did it do before? So I put some lines here, and we see here, and this goes from the top. These are basically the tops. So it's 4 years. We have 2018, and then 2021, and then 2025, and then potentially, if it happens again, you're looking at 2029. So this is kind of what I think could possibly happen if we're bullish and we have bottomed already, and we think that like it's not the shorter bear market, and that we bottomed. I think we can potentially do something like this. And this makes, I almost wonder if this bear market is going to be similar to this, where we had our top, we come down, and we come and we touch the 200-day moving average on the weekly, right? Which is what we did in 2017 to 2018, right? We didn't actually lose the 200-day moving average until a COVID dump. which was very quick, like done, down and up, and that was it, right?
Uh-huh.
So we could have something like this, a double bottom, and then then it's from the COVID dump, it was all up, right? All gas, no
It was like a
brakes.
V-shaped recovery, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of what I think could happen this bear market, where we've already had our first bottom, and we probably will bottom again sometime in October, November of 2026, or maybe September, October of 2026. And that might be that's where we actually lose the weekly 200-day moving average, because it will trend
So
up.
So does that mean that we can flip our bias from, because like you and I are both bullish, but like I've been on a bearish bias. Like I've been in a short mentality where, I mean, that's
Yeah.
why I got caught in a short, because it's like, oh, this is just a quick correction and then we're going to short again. It's just like, oh, fucks, we're at 70K.
For me, when it comes to trading, man, I am just like the door swing all the time. They're always changing. I'm always open to every possibility. This is what happens when you watch the life for as long as I have. You start be like, it can do this, it can do that, and then everyone's like, just pick a direction. Like, you're saying it's gonna go up and you're saying it's gonna go down. Like, how much? Like, bro, like that's how trading is. Like,
I mean, that's how crypto is. Like you could literally be going up 1 minute and then the next minute just like, I'm going down now.
it's like people say trading is not gambling. It kind of is, like, and so is investing, because like by definition gambling is putting your money into a position not knowing what the outcome is. That's gambling. You don't know, right? Like, you can invest your money in Tesla, you don't know if it's going to go up. It's more likely that it's going to go up because this and that, but you don't know. So technically it's gambling.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
It's just you and me here right now. No one is paying attention. It's just you and I. Our wives are certainly not listening. With that being said, would you consider marriage to be a gamble?
Yes. Everything's a gamble in life. You don't know what you're getting. You can get a crazy lady, man. Dude, I'm not gonna tell. I'm gonna be honest with you. A good chunk of where you end up in life is who you marry.
Oh,
if you don't marry right, your life can be fucked.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So sometimes you got to cut your losses.
Hey, congratulations. I know. Look, we've spent enough time with each other's families to know, like, we both are jackpot winners. So.
Oh, absolutely. Monarchy, what do you think? Feelings on the USA Olympic win? Huge hockey fan here. I am too. Dude, there's a lot of players on the USA team that I love. I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, and my captain won, the Olympic gold medal. So I'm not upset about it. What I am upset about is I didn't like the idea that it was like 3-on-3. That's not really hockey. I would have loved a nice, exciting, grindy game, 5-on-5. Last goal takes it, and like the intense, the urgency is there when you have 5-on-5. Like when you watch the Stanley Cup finals, you have 5-on-5. So that's the only thing I kind of wish we had. They kind of cheaped out because they wanted it to end fast, right? Like they didn't want a long game going on for the Olympics, which is kind of stupid, right? And it never used to be like that. Like that's why you had, the golden goal for Sidney Crosby. But what are you gonna do, man? Like they lost the USA. It's you. I feel like when it comes to the Olympics, it's Canada, US, Canada, US. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be one of those two.
Yeah.
And
it just so happens both the men's and the women's team in the US won it.
Yeah, honestly, like, the USA women have always done really well against the women. Like they've always dominated the women and stuff. So that was not a surprise for me. But yeah, again, like I was just happy that we had a really an entertaining game. I didn't want it to be a blowout. I wanted a nice, entertaining game.
It was exciting.
We got we got exactly what we couldn't ask for better. Like that was perfect. We had a big break. The first time the NHL players have been back in many, many years. We got a really entertaining game. Super happy about it.
Facts.
I agree. 5-on-5 with time constraints. Yeah, maybe like you can even do like 2 periods of 5-on-5, 20 minutes, and then you go to shootouts. It's kind of like what they do in soccer, right? They do like 15 minutes one half, 15 minutes the other half, then you go to shootouts. So I don't know. I'm sure they could have done something, but like that's 3-on-3 is like if you lose possession, you're fucked. That's basically it. And the USA team had a way better goalie than Canada. Canada's goaltending was kind of garbage compared to the US.
Well, he did win the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So
is that what it was?
Yeah. I guess it's I don't know anything about this. I've never been up for it. I mean I've heard about it, but I don't know the qualifications of it. But in after seeing this stuff, it's the highest civilian medal you can receive.
That's awesome. Like, yeah, man, I gave it to them, and Jack Hughes, good player, and he lost his teeth to score the goal, so he did good.
That's dude. It's so funny to like, and I know let's get back into the 4-year cycle after this, but like, it's so funny to me to see all the videos and the commentary about Hughes and like how he lost his tooth, stayed in the game, won the game. But if it was LeBron James, he'd have been out for 2 seasons.
Yeah. See, I'm not one of those Canadians where it's like elbows up, screw me. I love Americans. I have really good American friends. I love the States. I admire the States. I love my country, but like I still feel like we're homies, we're brothers. You know what I mean? Like that's how I see it kind of in the US. I don't think what we see on the news is what real life is, because I've been to the US many times last year, and it's definitely not what they tell you on the news.
No, the news is garbage.
No, man. Like every time I've gone to the States, I've had nothing but nice, friendly people. And to be honest, I kind of like it a little better, because I feel like Americans are more likely to have a nice small talk conversation with you in the elevator or something, where I feel like in Canada, people are a lot more reserved to themselves and kind of like depressed. Like, you know what I mean? So at least because I live in an urban setting, maybe it's different if I go up north. The people are probably a little bit more happier. Just when you're in the city and it's like that busy life, like people are just like they're not happy. Like I don't know, you're at NFT NYC. Like New York is crazy right now. I don't even know. Like I don't even go down to New York anymore.
No, yeah, like I go to New York a little too much maybe. We used to live there. We got family there. I got a bunch of friends there. I do like New York, but I like to get in and out of New York. I don't like staying.
Yeah. That's kind of how, like, when we went for NFT NYC after the conference, it's like, okay, I'm good, man. I'm good to go home.
Dude, and it's great. Everything is so like everything's insane, like expensive. Like the Ubers right now, I don't know what it is. For you to get an Uber from LaGuardia into Manhattan is going to be well over $100. Like even when I was living there, like a bottle of Jameson is $50. Everywhere else it's like $20, but in Manhattan it's $50. Like, Manhattan, living there, being there, doing all that shit, it's like going to Miami Beach. Like it's fun every now and then for just a few days. And then it's time to go.
Exactly. It's nice to go shopping. I like walking down all the block. I like how New York is like 51st Street, 52nd, 50th. You know what I mean? It's just so easy to walk and find things along the way. Whereas Toronto's can be a disaster. But yeah, like I know there's only so much I can take of like big urban cities. Like as I've gotten older, I've really enjoyed the peaceful, slow play. That's why I'm trying to move to like Windsor, because it's a lot more chill than where I live now. A little bit and warmer. It's the most southern point in Ontario, so we can.
And they have the best julienne pepperoni on the planet.
Oh my god, pizza there is so good. Like there's still such a big Italian community there that live there. So like pizza places are like a dime a dozen. Getting Italian.
You have a buddy that has one, right?
I have a buddy that, yes, not my personal buddy. He's a friend of my my aunt's, like, because my aunt and my uncle used to live there, and now they live closer to me, and they still have family there. So like they know the owners, they're like friends of the family. So it's been like for decades. They've had this place. He has like 4 or 5 different locations all over Windsor. Antonino's. When we have our meetup later this summer, we can probably head over there.
Ooh. Yeah, the 15th or the 17th of July, I believe, is the date of that.
Let's get it. All right, so this is my levels. This is where I think we're gonna go. So we bottomed at 16,000 last bull cycle. I don't think we're ever gonna see that again. Forget about it. It's gone. Never gonna get again. Where I think we're probably likely to bottom is maybe this liquidity level right here, which is that $39,000, $40,000 mark. I
39.
Come back. Yeah, I think we come back and visit that. The next stop, in my opinion, because I always do this. So we had the top, we came down, we lost this liquidity right here. We lost the top of it. Now we're in this range right here. From top, I take the top and the bottom of this range, and we're in this range right here. So we clearly lost the support line. So now we're going to be in this range. Do we bounce off the 200-day moving average and try to retake the range, or do we try to just go to the top of the range, which would bring you to 73,000? Possible. Or we can just bounce around in this range. But if we lose this bottom trend line here, my bear flag brings us within, losing that trend line that brings you to 46,000. So the next range would be from 53,000 to 39,000, and that's kind of where I'm thinking in the next 4 or 5 months we might start to see ourselves show up there.
I wish it would be sooner. I wish it would be sooner. I'm so on board for it. I just want cheap Bitcoin. And when I say this stuff, like, and I hope that people hear this, like, what did you just say? Like, I only want cheap Bitcoin. Like, that's it. Like, we know where this is going. We know where this is going. I just want cheap Bitcoin, and like, I just want it for as cheap as possible. And I know a lot of people feel the same way. Like, if you've been in crypto for long enough, like, it's just an opportunity. It's not going to go straight down. I know we're going to flip and flop for a while.
Dude, it takes a while, and it takes a while to go back up too. Altcoins are going to dump even more. I invested 40K back in 2022. Now my portfolio is at 30K, so buyers at 39. I'll be honest with you, dude. If you believe Bitcoin is going down, you have to also believe altcoins are going down. You can't have one and the other. You can't have altcoins not go down and Bitcoin go. So if you believe that we haven't seen a bottom for Bitcoin, then that means we haven't seen the bottom for altcoins. So in my opinion, and this is what I did, I sold all my altcoins. I did the same thing. I bought them in 2022. They went up. I never sold because I didn't realize that we're not going to go up this high. November of 2024 was as high as they went. I didn't sell, but I sold in a little bit of profit, kind of like where you're at right now. And I got out. And you know what? Like, in my opinion, you're better off just buying Bitcoin right now. Altcoins will have their time, but right now, just get in Bitcoin and Bitcoin will eventually find a bottom, and then it'll come back up. And then once Bitcoin comes back up, there'll be a rotation at some point to altcoins. So you can take your profits in your Bitcoin, roll some back into altcoins, and still catch the altcoin run if you believe the altcoin is going to go up.
Dog, another 42.5% to drop down to 38.9.
Yeah, that's you can happen in a month.
Dude. That's not like when you hear, like, it makes your butthole pucker because we've already gone down so much. But like, again, we wanted cheap, but man, to hear myself even say that and then do a measured move on TradingView, it's like, oh man, another 40%. Yikes!
Yeah. It's only February. What do you think? We're gonna have 10 months of up for Bitcoin? I don't think so.
See, that's the thing. Let's talk about this. Are the institutions who've piled in billions of dollars, are they going to allow this sinking ship? And I say sinking ship in their eyes.
So let me also ask you this question. Do you not think these institutions that haven't got in want this point to go a little bit lower so they can get in?
Of course they do. Plus the ones that have gotten in want to get more cheaper, and they want their buddies to get in. 100%.
Remember, the banks haven't even got in yet. And the banks, again, if the banks don't adopt this and get in, Coinbase, Binance, they're gonna eat their lunch. They're gonna destroy them.
Crypto.com just got named a charter bank.
That's right. That's another one. I just read that the other day that they filed for it. Did they actually get it, or did they just file for it?
I think they got it. I think they got it.
And you know what? Like, I'm not a big fan of centralized exchanges, but I like crypto.com. I like the CEO. Like, I think he does good stuff.
Chris is a good guy, but I just don't like the thing where they they reverse the 70% token burn. Like, that just is crazy.
Hey man, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're centralized exchange. I'm not a centralized exchange user, maybe just for on and off ramping, but they're a pretty good product. They offer some pretty good products. If you are a fan of centralized exchanges and you want to use them, because there are going to be some people that want to use them, they're not bad. I still have my credit card, my crypto credit card. If I want to spend some stable coins, I just toss it on there like a prepaid Visa. I like it. Like, I'll still use it for some stuff. Like, they've never been bad. I was using them when the FTX thing came around, and thank goodness it wasn't one of the things that caught up in it. Like, if you're going to use a centralized exchange, that's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I'm cold storage kind of guy. I like my I like to be in full control of my crypto. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like I have no problem like
We're OGs in this
talking to
stuff.
the government with the banks and telling them how much crypto I sold and doing my taxes properly. But I don't need like every transaction like. Hey, they don't need to know everything. You know what I mean? It's because they don't ask me, which is the irony of this too. Is like I can do a $500 crypto transaction. They're like, where did this money come from? They call it the travel rule in Canada. Where'd you get this money from? If I send $500 to my bank, they don't care. You know what I mean? Like if it should be treated the same way. If I bought $500 worth of Tesla stock, they don't care. They're not asking where'd you get this money from. Like, so I feel like it's like a double standard. You know what I mean? When it comes to crypto, for some weird reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you think we'll see? We've probably talked about this on the morning show before, but do you think we'll see brick and mortar crypto.com banks or like Coinbase as well? Like start like some of these integrations will have to be, brick and mortar places so that people feel comfortable enough to go somewhere. Or did that you think that will go away? Like I need.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think the physical location is dying already. Like, people working from home. Like I think that trend of like a company needing a physical location is dying. Like
But a
I
bank?
look at Robinhood. Like look at Robinhood.
Great point. Great point. People
Right?
trust Robinhood. And you don't need a physical location.
Yeah, like so in Canada we have Wealth Simple, which is like your Robinhood. I can buy my my RSP, which is like your 401k. I can do all that stuff there, all my traditional investing. I can direct deposit directly from my work directly into there, like a bank account. They actually pay interest on cash better than the bank. So like, and they're still protected up to like, I think we're protected up to like $1 million in cash.
Oh wow!
Just like even better than a bank. So it's like,
I mean, the FDIC only gets you to like 150 grand.
yeah, so like you still have those protections. So I don't see why why people would even use a bank anymore. Even forget about crypto, even just with these kind of platforms. And you're starting to see it with PayPal and Robinhood,
Like,
stuff like that. People are using it more.
it's like Cash App. Like I use Cash App. I mean, I use probably
Cash App, Venmo, all that stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Bank of America business account, but like I also have my Cash App account. You get a routing number, you get a checking account, you get a Visa card, you get all that stuff. And like they only have Bitcoin. It would be great if they at least would fucking integrate stablecoin. Like my goodness, like don't be such a maxi that you can't have stablecoin.
Here, I was thinking about this today actually when I was driving. I was talking. It's actually funny. I was talking to my dad about this. I said like, look at back when we were younger. You would have checks. How long did it take for checks to disappear? 20 years? I think it took about 20 years, something like that, maybe longer.
That's interesting. I want to look that up while you're talking.
So when you think about it, like people using digital currencies and crypto, it could take that long before it becomes the norm. You know what I mean? Like it's a generational thing because like a lot of the people that don't use technology are baby boomers or Gen X. When they start to phase out, and millennials are the old people, millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they're all gonna not know anything but digital cash and they're never gonna know what the hell a check was. You remember you had to get your credit card, the carbon copy, where they would just like get the carbon copy of your credit card when you swipe it.
Yeah, the knuckle buster. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Like, how long was that technology around for? So that's the way I look at Bitcoin and crypto. I see it as a much longer thing. Like I don't think even in our lifetimes we're gonna see the day-to-day like mass adoption for crypto. I think it's gonna be our children that see it and are using it on the day-to-day. So I still think we're super
pioneers, man. Trade daddies. We
absolutely.
Absolutely. So really quick, here's a little history in case I didn't know any of this. Obviously, transactions go back a long time, but checks have been used for centuries with origins dating back to the Roman times, circa 350 BCE, and formal banking systems in the 9th century. Now, yada, 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 yada. I'll make that long story short. Peak usage occurred around the early 1990s.
Okay, 1990s.
Right, with a 75% decline in check writing at the year 2000.
There you go. So like what? 10 years?
Not
even 20 years. So crypto or Bitcoin will have been around for 20 years next cycle. 2008 or 2028. right? Came out in 2008 during the financial crisis. So
Yep. 2008 it came out. 2009 is when it was released. The white paper was 08.
so they go 2029. The next bull cycle. Yeah, already here. I'm already thinking of the narrative for like next 20 years, 20 years. Like you're gonna hear that the next bull run. But yeah, it'll have been around for 20 years, more than most companies. Most companies fail before 20 years. Most companies don't last 20 years. You know, how long did Bitcoin or not Bitcoin? How long did Blockbuster last? Was it 20 years? I don't know if it Bitcoin, if
Well, you
Blockbuster
can
even
go to
lasted
one
20
in
years.
Alaska, I think.
Well, I guess technically there's still around. There's one left, right?
Yeah, in Alaska, I believe.
Is it in Alaska?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Blockbuster,
No,
man. Those are the
Bend,
days.
Oregon. Bend, Oregon.
Oregon. Those were the good old days of good old Blockbuster. Going there, standing in line, like in the aisle, like trying to figure out what the hell you're gonna watch, get some
Oh,
popcorn for the
dude.
night. I used to
You
work at Blockbuster like for a little while, and like this is right around the time where like CD burning was out. Dude, I burned so many DVDs. Oh my goodness. I can get 10 free rentals a week. And the new releases I can get I had to bring it back after one day. Like it comes out on Tuesdays, I would get on the Monday. So I burn them all. It's such a collection of like the binder with all the CDs and
Just
everything.
a DVD collection like crazy. I had it too, just spindles. Like I didn't put those in the books. I had those on spindles. Same thing, dude. Just it was a different time back then, man.
Oh man, burning CDs, you felt like you were so cool. And your friends were like, me and my friends would compete with like how many like bootleg DVDs we had.
Yes.
Yo, Mike Lowry, what's going on, brother?
Lowry in the building. Yeah, making a girl mixtape on a CD.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've done that before. I made a freaking was it the Microsoft Movie Maker or like clips for the pictures and stuff like that and
He's an
songs.
OG clipper. This guy's an OG clipper over here.
That's it, man. I've been doing content creation before it was cool.
Content maxing. Dude, I'm sorry that I even said that. Like, I just want to turn my phone off sometimes when I hear all this stuff.
Honestly, I know like this is the problem. I've been the mental dilemma I've been having with content creation. I know you got to play the game, but on my mind, I'm like, do I want to feed this system? You know what I mean? Like, it kind of irks me. Like everybody follows a trend. It's like everyone's like, someone posts this funny meme, and everyone's posting the meme. It's like,
Mike and I are chart maxing because we're gonna crypto
like,
mog you.
Like I
What?
Hey, if I'm not gonna get all the followers, then whatever. Like, but at least I can talk about this and not feel like I'm selling my soul.
Or like I feel like a bozo.
Honestly, the only reason I make content is because I just want to help people. Like I'm a 9 to 5 worker. I just want to show people that's possible. You can do it if you just fucking bust your ass and learn skills that bring in more money. Trading is a skill that you can learn to bring in more money. It's not your main income. It should never be your main income. It should be like, some cash on the side. Where you make your most income is that buy and hold with a nice swing trader after a couple of years. That's where you should be looking to make most of your money. That dollar cost average, and then sell in a couple of years and buy back lower, rinse and repeat for the rest of your life. Like that's what you should be doing.
I get a process. Have you ever had like a few days in a row where like you've won a lot of trades and you're like, I'm a trader. I'm a pro trader now. This is what I do. And then you get yourself humbled. You're like, all right. It's not.
Oh fuck, absolutely. I go from like having like my best week ever to my worst week ever, and then my best week. The only thing that's kept me from like not like losing my shit is because I usually have really good risk management.
Right.
So like I like personally and just in general, I like to be in control. I like feeling that I'm in control and stuff like that when I do things. This is why I don't like I never really liked when I smoked weed. I never liked edibles because you're on that roller coaster until it's over. Like where like you can take a hit and like you're good in an hour, you're okay. Like the buzz will come and go, right? But like I like that's what kind of gives me like anxiety is like when you lose control.
You lose control and you have no way of getting it back.
Yeah. So that's why I like to control what I lose. So like I will lose a lot of trades in a row. And to be honest, when I have those times, I just walk away. I won't trade for a week. I'll come back a week later, reset my mind because trading will keep you so honest. Because it's really you against your emotions. It's
clip that moment right there. That's one right there. It is you against your emotions, because I've said it to I even said it like today. I was in a trade and I got out, and I was in the car with my wife and daughter. I forget like where we were, or maybe it was like when we landed. I got out of the plane and I said I had chicken shitted that. And my daughter was like, "What does chicken shitted mean?" And I was just like, I got out of the trade because I was just like, I was afraid of it going up, and it continued. Like, I could have probably got another 20-30% on it.
Dude, you learn so much about yourself trading because you'll do an action, but you're doing it because of a past experience that burned you. And this is why like keeping a trading journal, or even like a mental, like just really reflect on when you do trades. Like I still do the same mistakes over and over. I'll do a trade, I'll get it, and I'll get in too early. Oh, I'm gonna front run the model, like I see the model coming, and then I'll get fucked, right? And I'm like, when I get screwed a couple times, I'm like, that's it. I am not trading until I see that model, and that's it. And then when I get back to basics and I start just trading my model like I'm supposed to trade the model, I do much better.
Yeah.
Mind you, I have a trading group that I'm in, so I can lean on them when I don't know what the fuck's going on. I can lean on the lifer, and I have that in my back pocket, which is kind of nice, because sometimes I'll be just like, I don't know what the hell's going on here. It can go either way. So
Yeah.
And honestly, sometimes it's better just sit on your hands and do nothing. I've learned that too. Like it's. But I'm not perfect. I still, even like I've been watching Sam Price for like almost 2 years. He still makes. I can still see him chase trades. And he'll never admit it, but he still does stuff that like he probably wouldn't do if
all of us do.
It's just part of being a trader. Sometimes you're gonna take, you're gonna take that little extra risk. I feel like it's gonna go up.
Is it the greed inside the human? Is it the opportunity that like what is it? Because again, you could have. I've got really, really good discipline, for the most part, right? But there are just those times you're like, "Fuck it, I'm going in." Like you go against your system.
The dopamine of the trade is hard to fight. Like you're fighting the natural human chemical reaction that's happening. This is why trading is so hard, because for some reason when it's money, like I don't know, like we as humans just act differently when there's money involved. That's why it's really tough to, especially when you feel like you're going to go up and you're going to make a lot of money, because you see you put your position in and you take profit. Oh, that's nice, stop loss, okay, not so bad. And then you're in the trade, and it's a roller coaster, because you could be up, you could be down, and then like you're like, oh fuck, I'm just gonna hold it. Oh no, okay, next candle's gonna be green, next candle's be green, and then it just fucking dumps. Right?
Dude, there are days I'm just sitting there screaming at my monitor, fucking go up.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to be like that too. Like it depends. Like if I'm trading with a lot of position, yes, I'm like that. If I'm trading where I know, like where I'm trading 1% of my portfolio, I don't care, because I think about the math of it. Like for example, my portfolio is $1,000 and 1% of my portfolio is $10. I can lose 10 trades and I'll lose $100 and I'll be like, okay, not so bad. Like $100 for me, like for me personally, it's not so bad to lose. I know I can make $100 back, but that's 10 trades.
Right.
I don't think I'm likely to lose 10 trades in a row. Like I think I'm pretty okay to that. If I do lose 2 or 3, I'm like, okay, I'm going to dial back that risk. I'm going to be really careful on my next trade to make sure when I'm in a little bit of profit, I'll just take it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I start going back to like very careful, like every portfolio I've ever made, I'll be honest with you, in loss, every single one. I've never been like green right away. I've always had to claw my way back. And then I start to build a little bit of profit, a little bit of wiggle room. And I do the same thing when I gamble. I do the same thing. Like I'll win a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm up $40. Now I can lose $40 without like losing my principal. You know what I mean? Like that's the way my brain works. So like I'll win a couple trades and I'll be like, okay, I can take a little bit more risk, but still like less risk than what I've made. So I'm still green in the portfolio. And then I'll play it like that, right? So as I build a little cushion for myself.
That's definitely the smart. And I feel like I'm always that same way. It's like if I lose, like the other day, like I was telling you before we started the show, like I was kind of off my my normal routine with like my trading and stuff, and like doing some fun stuff. Where like, I did a 200x short, and I was trying to catch a runner, right? Like I was looking at short time frames, and it looked like it was going that way momentum wise, and so I said, "Fuck it, let's go." And I only risked $100, but my stop loss was 10%. So really, I was only risking $10 with a bigger upside. And at the end of the day, I got stopped out, pretty quick, whatever. But
You know what I like to do that's helped a
that's
lot
dopamine. That's a
emotionally?
dopamine hit, right? Huh.
I get into a trade. If it starts going in my direction, like we get a nice candle up, I'll move the trade to break even. That way, I can walk away now and I don't feel any emotion because I know I can't lose.
Yep.
So I've been doing that, and it's helped a lot. And again, the thing is that I've learned, like when I started trading, I was doing the same thing. I was like, I gotta get in this trade now. I gotta get in. I FOMO'd in, and I rushed, and sometimes I
There's
made a lot
always
of
another
money,
trade.
sometimes I didn't. Fuck yes. I like literally every goddamn day there's a trade to be made. Every day
There's
there's a trade to be made.
There's 1,000 trades a day to get into.
The more you stare at that chart, the more chance you will see something.
So true.
Doesn't matter what, but there's some money to be made no matter what. And that's that's kind of calmed me down in the FOMO. It's like, okay, there'll be another one tomorrow. And if there's not, there's one in 2 days. Like, you know what I mean? No problem. Like I go on the 1 hour chart, I'll figure something out. Maybe it takes 2 days to play out, but whatever. Like I'll set it up. Right. And that honestly, that has been the biggest flip of my like leveling up my trading. Let's take a look at what we're talking about with the cycles. Is the 4-year cycle dead? I'm going to show you why I don't think so. So we have the top. From the top to the bottom is about a year, almost exactly 392 days to the bottom, 378 days, top to the bottom from 2017 to 2018. That was top to the bottom about a year. Okay, so from bottom to top is about 1,071 days. Okay, so that was from 2018 to 2021, 1,071 days. Now we look at top to bottom again from 2021 to the bottom of 2022 was 392 days. Like again, don't quote me on it. I'm not being. Let me zoom in so I can make sure I'm a little bit more accurate here. So top to the bottom from 2021 to the bottom of 2022 was 392 days. 392 days. Again, nothing's perfect. It rhymes, right? It's never the exact same. So just about a year, give or take a year, right? So twice that's happened, right? And then we go from bottom to top of 2025. I believe the top is right around here. 1,015 days. No, sorry, that's not right. Top is right here. 1,071 days. 1,071 days from bottom to top. Right? So my anticipation, because when something happens in the past, it's more likely to happen in the future. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's likely to happen, right? We want, again, trading and everything is all about probability. Trading is all about probabilities, right? Everything's a probability. Every trading pattern has a percent of success and failure. Everything's probabilities. That's why it's kind of like gambling. Top to bottom, let's go 300 and we'll go 90 days, just give or take. November of 2026, you should have a bottom, right? If you go a year, then it's October of 2026. Could be the end of October into like November, but 392 days brings you to November 9th. And then if you were to anticipate,
so we should see a bottom. In theory, we should see a bottom around November 9th.
Yeah, October, November. That's give or take. That's kind of where you're going. So if you look at November 2026, let's go to November, so September, October, November 9th. Now 1,071 days again. 1,071, right around here. That brings you to October of 2029. Give or take. It doesn't have to be exactly. It could be September, could be August, could be November, could be December. see, you're getting a season. You're like, you're not going to be perfect, but you're going to be a hell of a lot closer than just guessing it. So that could be the new all-time high of Bitcoin in November of 2029. And if you look at the
Just so
bottom
you
to the
know,
top,
really
yes.
quick, I marked on my calendar. Market bottom, stream 225, called by Mike.
Let's go, and then we'll see if we're right come the end of this year, and then maybe we'll have a real Santa rally this time.
Dude, that'd be sweet, dude. Doesn't this also look like we're building a Head and Shoulders?
On this one here, the weekly.
Yeah, we have one shoulder. We're building the we've got the head. We're about ready to go down into the armpit. You see it? So that's
head, like this head here, shoulder. I see the head and shoulders like this. Like this is the weekly. I thought it was going to be like this, but the shoulder kind of came down here. So I think the head and shoulders was actually here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. And we did have the dump.
I don't see your mouse moving.
You don't see this moving?
There, now I do. It wasn't before.
Yeah. So I think this was the head, shoulder, shoulder here, which we did have the break of the neckline, and we're already moving down.
We're moving down right now.
Yeah. We've already made like the move essentially on this head and shoulders would be like this. Neckline's there from the top. Yeah, like the move, it would be 56,000. So again, it doesn't have to hit it perfectly. So I think that move may have played out already when we touched 59,000. Now what we're doing is we're consolidating before we make the next leg down. So however long this consolidation is for, it could be months, could be 3 months, right? And then I still think we're going down, 47,000, 46,000. When do we get there? That's the only question, right? We are clearly in a downtrend. I don't see any sort of reversal yet.
You think it's just going to be sideways chop for months?
It could trend up for months. Like it could go March, April could be nice.
There'll be opportunities then. I think that's really all I was getting is that there'll be chances to make money trading.
Yeah, maybe they'll be selling May walk away, and then that's it. The next leg is the bottom.
You guys in your cycle, stop it with the May and walk it.
I honestly, I who said that? I think it was a Crypto Face that said that, and I just like this sound. It just rolled off the tongue nice. And my birthday's in May, so it's perfect.
Oh, it's a little vacation month. There you go.
There you go.
Mine's in April, so great. We'll vacation for the month of May.
There we go. Oh, nice. Oh, that's beautiful. You're not going to the Bitcoin conference this year, are you? You're gonna be at Consensus, right?
We'll see. I don't know if there's a fight going on. I don't know any of the details yet. So okay. I might be going to all the conferences, or I might be going to none of the conferences and just fighting. We'll see.
Yeah, me and the wife are gonna go to Vegas this year, and I think Mikkel's gonna come down. Some of the VDEX people might show up.
I would probably end up venturing that I will be in Vegas because it was originally go out to Dubai for token, but if I am going to be fighting like a few weeks later in Miami, like there's no way I should be in Dubai like a few weeks before the fight. So I would be in Vegas because then I could see people like Keith and do some training or whatever. But it all really all depends. I don't know anything at this moment, unfortunately.
Isn't that where isn't Vegas where Ellie she lives there, right? Listen,
yeah, Ellie.
Yep. Yeah. Nice. All right. So yeah, that's where I'm thinking we're going, man. Like 2029, like that's why like it's hard for me to say the 4-year cycle is done because it hasn't yet not done what it's supposed to do. Not that it can't. I totally believe it. At some point, this is not going to happen. Like this can't go on forever.
Right.
At least not exactly. Like it's going to skew. Like we still have to put some value because every 4 years the miner the supply of Bitcoin gets cut. So there has to be some sort of action for that because supply and demand is really what causes markets to move up or down. So I almost wonder if a part of like when there's more adoption to crypto, when everyone's using Bitcoin, there's more demand for Bitcoin. Maybe we see that supply shock even more aggressively. Maybe it happens more, right? Like if there's more demand, like right now, for example, every 4 years we have the supply of Bitcoin getting cut in half that comes in, the new supply coming in, so it's depreciating.
Right.
Even if you have the same demand, price should still go up because you have the same demand, but there's less supply. So if you have more demand and you have cutting of supply, I have to believe that price should move up even more aggressively. So that's where my 2030 thesis comes into play. Like you're gonna
Mhm.
have more adoption, institutions, more stable coins out there because they're issuing stable coins like crazy. And
Right.
you know, the flip a stable coin into Bitcoin like this, quick, right? So markets can move really, really fast.
That to
Um,
me, stable coins could ultimately be what changes the entire game. And like, we've always thought about like, Bob the plumber needs a coin for for his ecosystem and what he does in his business. But why can't that be a stable coin? You know what I
yeah.
mean? So that there's no volatility in your business. It's very easily exchangeable. And then if you want to turn that into whatever the fuck you want to turn it into, you
Yeah.
can. But your ecosystem, all of these coins and these ecosystems, these bullshit, like let's wipe the slate and get rid of these 30 million coins. And everybody you issue something, it's a stable coin. And the goal is to peg it 1 to 1 for $1.
Absolutely. And then again, I go back to that generational thing. You have, you know, a lot of baby boomers going to be, you know, passing on. Wealthy people are going to pass on their fortunes to their kids and their families. You know, the kids are going to be millennials or younger, and they're going to be very familiar and more likely to adopt some sort of the portfolio into Bitcoin. So you're going to have billionaires uh, maybe putting 0.5% of their portfolio Bitcoin, 1% of their portfolio Bitcoin, maybe more. Like that's going to be
100%.
more of the norm
100.
because you know when those older generations pass on and you know these younger generation gets the inheritance, they're going to be more likely to do this kind of stuff again. And maybe that's, I mean, you can even see meme coins and you know NFTs make a comeback because those people are more native and used to that culture than how you gonna advise a billionaire that's like in his 60s or 70s to buy a meme coin, or he
Yeah.
doesn't need it. He
Buy
doesn't need it.
Farcoin. Buy
It would,
unicorn fart dust, dude.
maybe he fucks around with it, but like he's not gonna see it as anything valuable because he
He's
doesn't
not
need it.
passing that down to his kids.
No, but like his kids will know the culture. They'll have grown up with the culture and understand it, and probably want to invest in it. Like look at Post Malone, like buying, like for example, you bought like $1 million Magic card, right? Like I play Magic the Gathering. He's involved in, or even Logan Paul with the whole Pokemon cards, and his brother like buying millions of dollars of Pokemon cards. Like it's it's a hop and a skip over to NFTs. Like you know what I mean? It's essentially the same thing.
It's essentially the same thing.
So I don't
Especially
see
with how they're
why.
treating it now with like the pack breaks, right? Like that's like it's like minting an NFT. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, there's that Pokemon. Every night I play that Pokemon game with my daughter. You just crack the packs, and honestly, I love it so much more because now I don't have binders and binders and boxes full of Pokemon cards at home. I could just keep it all on my damn phone. Because I used to buy every week I went to go play, I would buy her a pack, and I'm like, it didn't take very long before she has boxes and binders full of Pokemon cards. Like, okay, this is taking up a little too much space.
You and I both have this crazy hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so doing on, and it's nice because like now before bed, like she cracks her pack, she does her daily missions for the day, and then it's kind of a thing we do now, right? And she gets the dopamine hit of getting that shiny card if she hits it or whatever. But it's really nice. Bits of wealth. Yo, what's
Oh,
going on,
shit.
brother? Welcome to the stream.
What's up, fam?
We're so vibing. Here, let me ask you,
Right at
Bits.
the end.
Let me tell you, Bits. What do you think of the Fourier cycle? I don't think it's dead. I think it's literally just played out as it has in the past. I'd like to hear your opinion. Jay Change thinks it's toast, like fully done.
It's either toast or this is its last cycle, and then from there
Yeah.
the institutions take on.
Yeah.
That's
See, it's hard for me to argue with that because I kind of believe that too. Like it could be,
it's not.
especially with
It's maybe not dead
institutions.
yet, but like this is it. Like this is it, we become much larger at some
This is
point.
the transition phase. Invite me on one of these days. Yeah, you know what? Let's
Do
try
that
to
next
do it
week.
next week. Yeah, let's do it
Yeah.
next week. Yeah, send me or Jay Chains a DM. Let's do it.
We'll run it back. I'll shoot him a DM. Let's run it back next week. Let's talk about the 4. We'll talk about Bitcoin. It'll be a Bitcoin conversation. It'll be fun.
Hey man, we're just having beer, chilling out, looking at the charts, seeing what we can do, what sense we can make of this market. and we gotta do something and start growing our portfolios and get ready for the next bull run, because generational wealth comes from buying, nice fat bottoms. It doesn't come from buying the tippy tops.
Oh man, the different thing went in my brain when I heard fat bottom. I was not thinking about crypto.
Some just nice. There's nothing better than a nice double fat bottom.
A juicy chart and a juicy tart.
Ooh,
All right,
tart.
this is the after hour show. Enough of this.
That's it. I'm waiting for that 1 hour to like pop off. Let's go. I want it to.
Okay,
pop
so
off.
really quick, everybody's got some homework tomorrow. This is not a trade. This is not what we're trading, but we're all gonna like test this out. 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
Oh
so
yes,
let's
let me go
figure out-
back to the 15-minute chart. Actually, I'm curious, Bits. I'd like to hear your opinion on this. Again, something I was just messing around with today. Some sort of strategy I heard. I don't know its validity. I just wanted to see it today. I didn't even trade it today. I just want to observe it. So the 15-minute candle, right when 9:30 opens. So here we go. Here's the 9:30 candle. So the idea is you mark the top and the bottom of the candle after it closes. If you're long, you're going to look for it to break and then come up and retest and close the candle above the break, and then get into a trade and then stop loss below, and then you write it up. That's the idea. It would have played out very, very well today. I don't know how valid it is. I'm going to observe this for the next probably week or so to see its accuracy. But I'm curious to think of your thoughts. I know there's something I don't. This is my next thing I'm going to be studying is fair value gap. I want to start learning fair value gap. So
What
that's
is
something
fair value gap?
I don't know if I could explain it very well, but from what I understand, there's like when you have a pump up, there's like 3 candles, and you want price action to come back to the fair value gap, which is like the middle of the middle candle, to get back to the middle candle before price moves back up, kind of like a retest. So I think that would be it. So you'd have like a candle, then another candle, right, and then oh god, and then why am I drawing this horror shit? And then this like that, right? And then you want price to come back to this candle here, like so. Price come back to this candle here, and then you get in there, and then if you believe it's bullish. So that would be the idea if it's possible. Interesting. I like FUG for sure, but that setup seems like a play on a little high range. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I was looking at Instagram, and I have a lot of trading like things on my Instagram, and it kind of piqued my interest. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's take a look at it. Worked really nice today, but I don't know. I'm actually looking to take another trading course this year, so I'm gonna be learning fair value gap, AMD, all that kind of stuff.
Also, the sweep of previous day, a higher low, previous week, higher low, etc. It reminds me. It's like the VWAP thing. Take a look at the VWAP indicator. Flopping Grover's got it's called the leapfrog. I'll tell you what, man. There is something to be said about that thing. It acts like a magnet, and sometimes when you don't think that it would make sense for that price to go hit that VWAP from the previous day or whatever, and it does, and you're like, all right. There's been days where I will trade strictly on the VWAP, and I'll go long or short based on where the price is and where the daily is, or if the daily and the previous daily are far off from each other, man. Just they always touch each other, always.
See, and that's what's so hard for me. Like, there's so many people have strategies that work for them. Like, I started watching the Lifer, and his model just clicked for me. Like, that's kind of why I traded, because like
And that's
it's
the moving
something
average.
that was
Like moving averages for the most part, right?
Yeah, it's the moving average. It's his scalping strategy with the 200-day and the smooth moving average. Like, it just made sense to me. Clicked. Also, I took a trading course too. But yeah, there's so many other strategies I just want to add more tools to like my tool belt. You know what I mean? Like, I want to learn as many strategies as I can and try to figure out like different ways to trade, because sometimes when if I'm only trading one model, like sometimes you get stuck because it doesn't happen. You kind of don't know where you're going. But if you have other things like other skills to fall back on, you might be able to see something that you wouldn't have seen before because you didn't know about it, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of where I want to try and like 2020. This is what I do in the bear market, guys. I go back to learning. Like I start spending money on investing in myself, books, whatever the hell it is, because we got time now. We got time to chill. Like Bitcoin's not going to be making all-time highs anytime soon. Things have cooled down in crypto Twitter. So the builders build.
Cool down. Ugh.
Yeah,
Crypto
yeah,
Twitter's
like
a shithole now.
yeah. Well, yeah. Fuck, I know. It's like barren. It's like going down the alley, and you get that nasty hook.
I am just so thankful. I'm so thankful that my algorithm it keeps me grounded. I get to see your stuff. I see Carrie's stuff. I see like normal things. I did make the mistake of like clicking on a couple of those grok put me in a bikini things, and then like
That was funny though.
dude,
That was actually funny. I like the when people post those kind of things and you see like the Optimus robot with a cigarette like taking a break.
looking like what's his name?
I'm tired, boss.
Man, people are just crazy. Yeah, I clicked on a couple of those, and all of a sudden my algorithm was destroyed for a little bit.
Have you seen the someone with AI made the scene in Star Wars when it's Anakin and what the hell is her name? The princess, not Leia, the other one, Amidala, Princess Amidala.
Nope.
So there's a scene where they're sitting there and like it's like the whole meme. It's like where can you? It's like we need more data centers for AI, and she's like, "Just cure cancer, right?" And he pauses and she goes, "We're gonna cure cancer, right?" And it zooms out and she's like, huge tits. It's like, nope, this is what we're using AI for.
Nope.
Elon wants to put data centers in space.
That's
you hear
crazy.
this? So he wants in the next couple of years to put data centers up in space, kind of like the ISS, right? Like the International Space Station, floating data centers in space that will use solar power to power themselves, and I guess you don't have to worry about cooling. Yeah, so we got some crazy shit we're gonna see in our lifetimes. In the next like 10 to 15 years, the world is going to be unrecognizable.
Would you take if it was like not a money issue, it was just an opportunity, would you go into outer space and not the suborbit bullshit that like Virgin does now, like actual outer space?
Bro, I can't even go on a fucking roller coaster without feeling sick.
Ain't no way you're going on a rocket ship to the moon.
Bro, I went on like a roller coaster with my daughter like what, last summer, and when the roller coaster stopped, I felt like my body hasn't fully caught up, like it came back, like you know what I mean. I needed a couple seconds to recover, and yeah, I don't know, space. I mean, maybe if I'm wearing a fucking diaper, I don't know, I'm gonna definitely shit myself.
We're going hyperdrive.
Yeah, I can just imagine.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will take an edible before we do that.
I would definitely before we got like you got 5 days till you're at the moon. Be like, all right, dude. I'll see you 5 days.
You have to talk to Carrie and get some, get some stuff.
I was just gonna say, you know what? I know somebody that I need to talk to before we go on a 5-day journey. I'm gonna take my own little trip before we take this trip.
Oh god. Maximus, what upstream starting? Let's see the Fourier cycle. The Fourier cycle, I don't believe it's cooked. You missed it. We went through the whole damn thing.
You have to come back next week. We're gonna run it back with Caesar.
We're gonna run it back, so we'll go through it again. But I don't think it's cooked. That's the TLDR, and J Chains thinks it's cooked, or will be cooked next cycle.
It is currently what's that? The example is it the frog in water, right? The frog, like they don't know they're in boiling water.
Oh, is that the frog or the lobster? I think it's the frog.
Frogs or lobsters, whatever it is, man. We'll go frog.
I think it's the frog.
The frogs, we are crypto is the frogs in boiling. Bitcoin is the frogs in boiling lobster. The 4-year cycle doesn't know that it's cooked. It's being cooked, and they don't know it quite yet.
You know what? I totally agree. Like long term, because if institutions are getting in, the attitude and the behavior of the average holder once they become the average holder is
Different.
going to be different. So price action has to be different, because all price action is on a chart is human emotion mapped out. But eventually, honestly, you're probably just gonna have AI agents just fucking trading the market. It's gonna be it mostly is bots, anyways. It's mostly automated.
Can we be the ones to train the early AI agents to watch for this? And so when it happens, they just go to work and train all of the other AI agents our system.
I want to try this. Like with I built an AI rig for home. I want to try. I just haven't had time to sit down and actually like fuck around with it. But
Did
like
you do the Claude bot thing?
I did. I started like making like a Telegram bot. Like me and Mick were doing vibe coding on one of our episodes. So I want to dive more into it, and I want to use OpenClaw to see if I can make a trading bot somehow. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna vibe code the whole damn thing. So we'll see what I can do or what the capability is. At the very least, I'm gonna use it to help me with content creation and videos. And I'm just tired of paying subscriptions for tokens. So I want to do my own shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I just want to buy more Bitcoin.
Dude, that's it. All I want is Bitcoin. I gotta just find ways to just get more Bitcoin. That's it.
That's it, man. And if you guys are into mining is a really good tax advantage way to, again, it's better if you're gonna buy a miner, you're gonna get more Bitcoin just buying Bitcoin, but you're not gonna get depreciation and expenses where you can write off on your taxes. So as a part of your portfolio, mining could be an advantage. It's almost like owning rental property, the same tax benefits, but you don't got to deal with tenants or lawyers.
Ooh, that's nice.
Luca, what's going on, brother?
Luca's in the building.
Welcome to the chat.
Luca's in the building.
Right at the end.
Perfect timing, my brother. Perfect.
It's like, you come into class, you try to sneak in, but it's like you make, everyone sees you coming in. It's like,
oh, yeah, no, I was here the whole time, man. Yeah,
just like hear him scraping the chair across the table. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, dude,
that's a good one. It was fun.
It was a good stream. I like it. We'll see where it goes. We'll see in a couple months if my prediction is correct. If if November,
my phone's gonna tell me too. I set an alarm.
Yeah, I'd love to hear the reminder. It'd be nice, a nice little pat on the back that I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about. Or not. We'll see. But hey,
even if it's within a few days, we're gonna count it as a win.
Honestly, even if it's within a month, like who cares? Yeah. Like I don't need to time it perfectly, but as close as I can get to that bottom.
Remember, it's not about timing the market; it's time in the market.
And that's what we'll leave with you with.
It's guys, time for us to go.
Thank you so much for coming by. We'll see you on the next episode of Trade Daddies next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to have Bits of Wealth on the show potentially. Yes. So maybe hit us up in the DMs and we'll get you on. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you later.
See you.
Yeah. Another session in the books. Trade Daddies. Let's close it out right. Yeah. From the charts to the couch, we appreciate your time. Every view, every share, that support is a sign. Late night learners building wealth slow. Plant seeds today, watch the legacy grow. We don't flex hype, we invest in the grind. Teach discipline so you level your mind. If the game gave value and the message hit deep, run it back, tap like, let the algorithm speak. Trade Daddies, yeah, we here every week. Dropping gems, keeping structure unique. If you vibe with the movement, help it expand. Like, share, subscribe, build the brand. Trade Daddies, yeah, we teach no cap. Real dads, real trades, real talk on the map. promise is quick, just knowledge and reps. Risk managed tight, calculated steps. From beginners to vets, everybody can learn. Market cycle spin, patience earns. So salute to the viewers, community strong. Independent thinkers, moving along. Hit subscribe if you rock with the show. Turn alerts on, don't miss the flow. Don't miss the flow.
Who keeps it real? Trade daddies. Who builds the skill? Trade daddies. Like it